The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Two Beards Talking with Daniel Sanders
and Matt Lassiter.
So, we want to make a quick announcement. Big milestone for us. Our Facebook page has finally hit 100 followers.
Thank you so much.
Oh man, it's taken us a while to get there, but we're happy to finally get there. So that means now that we've hit this milestone, we are holding our we're going to be holding a Caption the Photo contest. And we'll post all the details online and everything. So make sure you go to the Facebook page and like and follow us. Big shout out to the troops. You guys are doing a great job. Come home safe, especially with the holidays around. Just keep in mind, keep all the troops. If you're not in the military, keep the troops and everybody in your thoughts and prayers. We are introducing a new segment to our show. And we're calling this segment Crybaby of the Week. Oh, man. I think this is going to be a good segment here. So
it's got to be.
I think, yeah, absolutely. So we are going to spend our days researching, listening to the news, finding the biggest crybaby out there. And then they are going to earn the title of Crybaby of the Week from us. Our introductory Crybaby of the Week award goes to Alyssa Milano.
She is the winner.
She is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, God, I wish we had that on the soundboard. Holy shit.
And this is why. So, and this ties into one of our main topics this evening, too. The caravan coming up to the U.S. border and everything. They've reached the U.S. border. And the parents were met with tear gas, smoke bombs as they tried to illegally cross the border.
Yeah, get that word, illegally.
Now, President Trump put out a statement on Twitter. I don't have the full statement here in front of me, so I'm not even going to attempt to read it because he still hasn't grasped the 140 character concept yet.
No celebrity has. Come on.
And Alyssa Milano retweeted his post and followed it up with, "You tear-gassed women and children, asswipe, and on Thanksgiving weekend, you piece of shit, asshole, motherfucking evil creature person."
Now, does that not sound like you're drunk and on Thanksgiving?
I wouldn't say my drunk aunt. More like, and this is just me personally, more like my drunk third cousin twice removed, something like that.
Yeah, how does that work? What's the math on that?
I have no idea.
You were a cousin once, and we told you to fuck off twice.
It's the people that show up at the family reunion that you're like, am I related to these people?
And then they open their mouth and remove all doubt.
Exactly. So, yeah, because of that little rant on Twitter, she has earned our Crybaby of the Week award.
So congratulations, Alyssa. Keep up the good work.
Absolutely. Now, talking about the migrant caravan, as we said, they are now approaching the U.S. border.
Yes.
And there is video footage of them trying to illegally cross over the border. At some points, they went through the port entry on both sides of the road, and were immediately turned around and sent back to Mexico by Border Patrol agents. The ones that were trying to get through the wall, over the wall, whatever, they were met with tear gas and smoke bombs and things of that nature, in response to the fact that as they were trying to get through others were hurling rocks and throwing other projectiles at Border Patrol agents.
And you know what? People are pissed off that they were met with tear gas. Well, tear gas is a hell of a lot better than bullets.
Yes.
You shoot tear gas at me, that's fine. Shoot me with a 50 cal bullet, and we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
So the half of me that's left isn't friends with you anymore.
Yeah, the whole situation has just gone way out of proportion. The media is totally misconstruing things. Here are the facts. So this migrant caravan has traveled 2,600 miles on foot. Some of them, there's pictures and video of them being hauled on a flatbed truck.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they have traveled on foot. Adults with children by themselves without any adult supervision other than adults around them.
Yes.
They're traveling without their families. Families are traveling together, and it's an overall dangerous situation. Now that they have reached the border, they were offered asylum by Mexico. Okay, they were offered shelter, they were offered work, school, benefits, all this other stuff by Mexico. And they turned it down. Some of them did take it. It wasn't just 100% across the board, no. But I'd say probably at least 80% of them said no.
Yeah, but you also know my thoughts on the whole.
Go ahead and share your thoughts.
I mean, okay. Look, you've got a country like Mexico. A country that we get most of our immigrants from. Correct?
Yes.
It's offering asylum to people from another country. Mm-hmm. Now, to me, it just looks like they're trying to look good in the national spotlight. Like, oh, well, look what we did, but the USA's not doing it. Trying to get those UN handouts that are so coveted by every country. Because here's what I know, even if every one of those migrant caravan people took asylum in Mexico, 2 years from now, they would still be knocking on our door trying to get in.
Yeah. Now, we've talked about it several times on previous episodes before that, there is a way that they need to go about doing this to claim asylum legally, and they haven't done that.
There's paperwork.
Yes. There's, I'm sure, a shit ton of paperwork.
I'm sure it's an ass ton, but it's still, it's how you go about the process correctly.
Right.
And if what I read earlier is true, the UN is supposed to be setting up stations along in like Guatemala and Honduras and all that, just for that purpose, because there are more caravans coming.
You're right. I think I read earlier there's 6 more behind this one
that's already made it.
Yeah.
So there's more people. It's not just this 2,600 or however many there are. There's more coming. So they're wanting to try to get the asylum paperwork started for those that qualify,
right, and
put them in host countries. And if they want to do that, that's fine. That's the proper way to do it.
Right.
And you know what? If they wind up here, then they deserve to be here.
Right. It's you have to follow the process, plain and simple. Otherwise, you're going to get exactly what has already happened. Border Patrol agents turning you around and sending you back. Border Patrol agents defending themselves with non-lethal show of force.
Yes.
Using tear gas and smoke bombs and things of that nature.
I did hear one report of rubber bullets. I don't know if that was factual or not. But it's still rubber bullets.
Yeah, they can't, and, rubber bullets can, in some instances, kill.
Yeah.
But it's still considered non-lethal.
And even then, I don't think they're aiming for the head.
No.
No, I think they're aiming for non-vital body parts.
Right.
Hit them in the arm, hit them in the leg.
Right. They have refused, the majority of this caravan has refused aid from the Mexican government.
So then the question becomes, what do they really want?
Well,
I mean, if you've got a government, albeit it is Mexico, but you have a government saying, hey, we're going to give you health care, education, medical treatment, but you're turning that down, then what does that say? What do you want?
Really and truly, it leads one to believe that this whole thing is not about seeking asylum and getting away from a war-torn country.
I've always thought it was about making us look bad.
I don't even really think it's about making us look bad. More so, I think it's just more so, they know they can cheat the system here.
For the most part, they can cheat the system here. It's a sad fact, but it happens.
Yeah. And, I mean, people can say what they want, but I know you've seen it firsthand. I've seen it firsthand. You've got an illegal immigrant. I'm not going to specify race because it would just be racist.
Yes.
But you have an illegal immigrant who is not paying taxes, who is getting paid under the table and also drawing thousands of dollars a month in government benefits of some kind, be it food stamps or whatever. I know you've seen it firsthand. I've seen it firsthand.
I work with people, and see, that's the thing that they say they don't pay taxes. They actually do pay taxes, but not in the way you think. Like, they can't file their W-4. They can't do taxes.
Yeah.
So what they do, and I've heard this from a person that was an actual illegal immigrant. They will do is they will claim like single in 15 or married in 12 on their taxes, so they barely get taxed anything because they say, well, we can't get it back, so why should we, pay in that much?
Right.
And I'm like, well, because that's kind of how it works. You pay in.
And I've seen instances like that as well, but I've also seen instances where it's literally they are working under the table and they are not paying any taxes, period.
Yeah.
They are flying under the radar. So, me personally, I'm beginning to believe that the whole purpose behind this caravan is they know they can get over here and cheat the system.
Yeah, they got to make it across the fence first. Which eventually will let them in. We always do. I mean, they'll eventually get in. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. And we mentioned this woman last week. She's going to give us material.
Oh God, yes.
Just about every week, I think we're going to have something to say about her. We have taken to calling her #Congress Lady Elect in honor of her millennial status and her lack of knowledge of the government.
3 chambers.
And of course, we're talking about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
She's a wizard, Harry.
This is her latest foul up. She went on Twitter referring to the caravan, and this is what she wrote. Asking to be considered a refugee and applying for status isn't a crime. It wasn't for Jewish families fleeing Germany. It wasn't for targeted families fleeing Rwanda. It wasn't for communities fleeing from war-torn Syria, and it isn't for those fleeing violence in Central America. Now, she's right. Asking to be considered a refugee and applying for status isn't a crime. The problem is they're not following the proper protocol to apply for status.
And more to the point, the Jews were escaping genocide.
Yes.
The Rwandans were escaping genocide.
Yes.
I don't know about the Syrians, but I'm pretty sure it was getting close to genocidal.
Yes.
So these are people escaping genocide.
Yes. And the Jews, when they were fleeing Nazi Germany, they were going off in all different directions, to France and wherever. And they were stopping wherever they were offered aid.
And not to mention, a lot of them did their fleeing before it was even time to run. They saw the writing on the wall and were like, holy shit, it's about to get really bad for us here. We should get out. And they did. Before it was ever an issue. And they still wound up getting fucked over.
Right. So, like I said, it's not like they got to France and France offered them shelter and aid and asylum, and they said, no, we're going to keep going until we make it to England.
Yeah, we're going across the channel. No, they stopped. When they got to Poland, they stopped in Poland. I mean,
and then got fucked over again.
Yeah, day one.
So, she has proven her lack of knowledge of how government works, and
but
now
we know what she meant. That's what she says. You know what I meant. Well, then, if you meant it, why didn't you say it?
Right. But now she's also showing her lack of knowledge in history,
which is, well, I want to say it's surprising, but it's really not. I've taken history classes here recently, and I'm not surprised that most people don't know the actual history anymore. It no longer surprises me, because now you can just teach what you want to teach.
Yeah, that's another topic for another show right there.
Boom! Look at us go. We got next week's topic already. Holy shit, we are on this stuff.
And speaking of hashtag Congress Lady Elect, we have just made our first segue in the show's history.
A segue. We're no longer Mitch Hedberg.
She recently put out a post on Twitter. I'm gonna go on a rabbit trail here real quick. I don't use Twitter.
Nor do I.
I really I don't grasp the concept of it. It's no anything that I have to say usually is going to take me more than 140 characters, and I'm not trying to shorten it down.
Well, you sound like an incoherent moron when you try to limit an entire rant to 140 characters, i.e., Crybaby of the Week, Alyssa Milano.
Right. But this is what she put out on Twitter, and this is referring to our global energy crisis, as it were.
There was a crisis.
I didn't either.
News to me,
right? So, talking about global warming, things along those lines. One of the things she tweeted out: "Lives are on the line." I'm trying to figure out what the situation is that is so dire that our lives are on the line.
The only thing I could think of that she's referring to would be China. I believe that's because their air quality is so poor. But I'm not even sure if that's what she's referring to on that. And as we've proven, she doesn't really do her research that much.
Yeah. I'm going to pull up the article here that has the actual Twitter post, just so I can read it to you and give you an idea of what the full Twitter post is about. Because, like I said, it's dealing with the quote unquote energy crisis,
which I didn't know we were having.
Yes, but she's talking about eliminating fossil fuels and switching over to renewable energy sources like solar and wind. Okay, here we go. So, aspirational goals. This is the first thing she says. Aspirational goals. Push the limits of what's possible.
What does that even mean?
Right, yeah, no clue. Number 2, nuts and bolts.
Screw. Oh, sorry, we're not doing the cheer? Oh, okay. That's my bad.
Nuts and bolts. Our lives are on the line. Shouldn't let the planet be destroyed because it's, quote, too expensive, end quote, to save.
But the too expensive should not be in quotations because it is too expensive. Wind and solar are not where they need to be right now.
Right.
I mean, I'm going into the tech field. I know a lot about tech. And the technology that we're offering right now is not as affordable and as efficient as fossil fuels.
Mm-hmm.
Tesla is the closest company to having an electric car that will really actually be fully electric.
Right.
It'll go 400 miles on a single charge.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. We have the charging stations. Except for maybe out west.
Yeah.
I've seen a few, I think.
Now, I will say that when it comes to electric cars, charging stations are becoming more and more prominent in bigger city areas.
Yeah, bigger city areas, but what about rural Alabama?
Around here, no.
I've never seen a charging station in this state.
Now, there are some in this state. I have seen them in this state, down in Mobile, Montgomery, Birmingham, the large metropolitan areas.
I haven't seen them.
I have seen them. Matter of fact, I saw some today while I was in Huntsville.
Holy crap, Huntsville's got charging stations?
Yes.
Who in Huntsville has an electric car?
Who knows? Number 3, supporters. Many.
Well, that's not vague.
Again, what are we talking about?
Like, what are we supporting? Like, are you talking about like bras? They support things. Do you have many bras? Is that what you're telling me?
Number 4, opponents. Fossil fuel industry. So that right there says, okay, we're talking about doing away with fossil fuels, switching over to renewable energy sources.
Yeah, they're the enemy, apparently.
Yes. And yes, there are. It has been scientifically proven that the burning of coal and fossil fuels is not good for the environment. Plain and simple.
No, it's not.
But it's the best thing we have right now that is...
It's our only viable option right now.
Cost-efficient viable option.
Yeah.
Beyond energy. This is the last thing she says. Beyond energy, a federal jobs guarantee.
Again with the vague.
Who is the guarantee for? Is it for the individuals in the fossil fuel industry who, when the fossil fuel industry gets shut down, now they're offering them jobs in the federal sector doing something else? Or is it jobs for individuals working in the renewable energy sources industry?
Or is that for everybody? I mean, I read 2 plans earlier that the Democrats are wanting to pass basic income for all.
I mean, that would feed into her that would feed into her socialist ideals.
That's not even socialism. That's blatant communism.
Yeah, it is.
Like, that is 100% Marxism at its best. Like, they're going to give you your money, then they're going to give you your house, and then they're going to give you your bread, which you have to get in the line for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's plain and simple. So, they're going to give us jobs. So, how long is it going to be before they start busting into elementary schools and going, well, little Johnny, you're doing pretty shitty in 6th grade math. I think you need to head over to the factory.
Right.
I mean, that you can't deny that didn't happen in communism, because it did happen.
It did. Yes, absolutely, it did. But again, I want to know federal jobs guarantee for who.
That's why I hate these stupid vague posts, because they won't be specific, because somebody will call them on their bullshit.
You know. I'm dumbfounded.
But you know, I mean, if you really want a federal job, join the military, be a politician, FBI, CIA,
post office,
postal worker. Those are federal jobs.
Just don't go postal.
Yeah, that is the very important thing. Do not do that. But most of those jobs pay fairly well, and you get really good retirement and benefits.
Yeah,
you know, when you're allowed to get them.
Right. I really believe that when it comes to being a politician in the federal government, just like for the president, there needs to be an age limit, a minimum age requirement.
Yeah, well, I don't know about an age requirement, but there definitely needs to be term limits.
There needs to be term limits, and I also believe, this is going back to her lack of knowledge about the federal government and how it works, you need to take a basic test showing your basic knowledge of the government.
Yeah, that would be handy. You know, the 3 chambers.
The 3 chambers of Congress, or rather the 3 chambers of government. The presidency, the Senate, and the House.
Yeah, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, kiddo.
Oh, man. Yeah, she is going to give us material for days.
How old is she, by the way?
29 years old.
So she's like right around our age.
Yeah.
And she's just fucking up royally.
Yeah.
And I didn't consider myself a good student in high school, but I learned this shit in high school, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell you the 3 branches of government pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, that's shit that we learned in 3rd grade.
Yeah, and then again in 4th grade.
You know,
and
freaking...
5th grade.
Oh, shit. What was the name of that?
I'm talking about Schoolhouse Rock?
Yes, Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah. I'm just a bill.
I'm just an executive order.
And that pretty much just happened.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, man. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that was not... that was the Saturday Night Live skit making fun of that.
And it was really good.
It really was.
Like, I don't like a lot of new Saturday Night Live stuff, but that was one of the good skits.
Yes.
Hold on, I haven't even read myself yet. Holy shit! Oh my god, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that somebody needs to sit her down in front of that and make her rewatch that.
Like, anything that was on Schoolhouse Rock, she needs to watch.
Yes.
Well, you might need to start with Sesame Street, though. Get the alphabet good and numbers. Make sure she understands all that before we start putting shit together.
Something. Yeah.
My thing about it is I don't like the word guaranteed. How can you guarantee something?
Right.
Like, I can't guarantee that I'll be home in an hour from now.
Yeah.
So how can you guarantee 365 million people a job? Or even if it's just for a fraction of the population, let's say 10% of the population.
Yeah.
How can you guarantee 10% of the population a job?
Right.
We don't know that those jobs are going to be there. The stock market's going up, the stock market's going down, jobs are going up, jobs are going down. How can you guarantee something?
Right. And furthermore, what job is it going to be?
That's what that is perfect. Like, that's what I want to know. Like, am I going to be mopping the floors of the Capitol buildings? Like, what am I doing?
Right.
Or am I going to be a postal worker? Like, what is my guaranteed job? Because with a guaranteed job, you have to have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to come with a guaranteed salary. So what's my guaranteed salary?
Right.
How are we paying for it? You just pay for it.
Yeah.
That's another one of her little soundbites.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
You just pay for it.
You just pay.
And yet she can't figure out how to afford an apartment in Washington, D.C.
You know how I afford my house?
You pay for
I
it.
just pay for it.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to afford, a new webcam for us to do Facebook Live shows and everything.
I think you should just pay for it.
You think I should just pay for it?
Yeah. You might have to rob a bank. Because the money's got to come from somewhere, sweetheart.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm telling you. Material for I can't wait to see what she is going to do this week.
I can't wait until she's on My Baby of the Week. Because it's going to happen.
I think it will.
Like her and Trevor Noah. They're on their way, baby. They're on their way.
Now, I saw this, and I pointed it out to you earlier. And what did you call this? A Nostradamus-like prediction?
Yeah, like it's a Nostradamus-like prediction because it's vague as shit, but it's just right enough to be accurate.
So we shared a post on our page about a week or so ago. And it basically makes the prediction that when the migrant caravan reaches the border, you're going to see a picture on the cover of Time magazine of a woman and her child standing before a line of armed troops at the border, and it'll have the headline, "Trump's America."
Boy,
now,
they nearly nailed it.
They nearly did. Now, this is not Time. This is NBC News that shared this photograph. But this is a photograph of a woman and her 2 children from the migrant caravan at the U.S. border. And it says on the post, a migrant family, part of a caravan of thousands traveling from Central America en route to the United States, runs away from tear gas in front of the U.S.-Mexico border wall in Tijuana, Mexico.
That's the Nostradamus-ish, because they got some of it right, but some of it wasn't. So, that's the Nostradamus thing.
It was kind of like a Miss Cleo prediction.
Man, you ever call Miss Cleo?
I did once.
I asked her what my number was. She couldn't tell me. You a famous TV psychic. You ain't got to call her out. Well, at least gave me a digit.
Yeah, there's 10 digits that she could have picked from.
Come on. You got 10 numbers to choose from. Just say one. There's probably one of those numbers in my number.
I'm seeing the number 6.
It's in there. It's in there.
More than once.
Yeah. Hey, let's quit this before we give out my number on air. I don't need any people out there carrying the 2 and figuring out how to call me.
Oh, that is Matt Lassiter, area code 256.
And it's about to be one beard talking, the other beard about to get shanked.
Oh, man. I told you this was going to be a good show tonight.
Oh, we're having fun.
We're having a damn good time.
Y'all should join us sometime. Well, maybe not all of you.
Yeah.
I ain't got that much room.
But yeah, this whole caravan thing is just... When is this ever going to stop? Never. Do you think it will ever stop?
Well, okay. This is the one area where I don't actually agree with libertarians, because I'm hardcore libertarian.
Right.
Libertarians are all for open borders. Because why are there borders? Who made the borders? Why do we need borders? That's their claim, that there should be no borders. We should be free to come and go, please. That's very dangerous.
Yes.
Not to the individual, but to the collective. That's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing that I disagree with the Libertarian Party. But that would be the only way to fix it, would be to have open borders. Come and go as you please. But here's the issue with that. Ain't nobody in North America running to Central America.
No.
Y'all are coming. They're coming to us. You don't see too many people hopping across the pond to England.
No.
It happens.
I don't see any of the celebrities that promised to go to Canada if Trump was elected president moving to Canada.
You want to know why? Their tax percentage is a motherfucker up there. And holy shit.
I'm pretty sure there was even a few, like Justin Bieber.
He got the fuck out of Canada. Y'all can have him back.
No, Canada doesn't want him back.
We don't want him either. Can we send him to France or something?
I don't even think the French would want him.
Which Johnny Depp came back from France.
I heard about that.
A lot of taxes over there.
Yeah.
So we're not exactly jumping ship here.
Yeah, so. They're finding out the ones that did leave. Maybe they didn't go to Canada, but the ones that did leave, they got over there and they realized, okay, things were just a little bit better back over there.
Yeah, okay, so maybe our president isn't the most humble of guys.
No.
But he's not the Hitler that everybody wants to make him out to be.
Oh, absolutely not.
I have no doubt in my mind that if a poor child of any race or any country walked up to Donald Trump and wasn't immediately shot by Secret Service and said, hungry, he would feed that child.
He showed Macaulay Culkin how to get to the lobby at the hotel.
It was his hotel. About 90% on that. But
where was Hillary Clinton when that was going on?
Law school? No, she just bought that degree.
No, she was in the White House.
Oh, well, she went in the right part of the White House. Slick Willie was attended. But I mean, if a poor child made his way up to Trump and said, "I'm hungry," race has nothing to do with this. Nationality has nothing to do with it. He would feed that child.
Right.
He might even put that child through college. Mm-hmm. We don't know. He is not the Hitler that everybody makes him out to be.
Well, you know, case in point, the boy that wrote him a letter asking to come up and mow the grass at the White House.
Yeah.
Trump let him do it, and he paid him to do it.
That's like some good labor right there.
Yeah. And, you know, I've been to D.C. I have seen the White House. You got to have binoculars to see it now.
That's a lot of grass.
That's a shit ton of grass.
Yeah, you wouldn't catch me out there with no fucking push mower.
And that's what the kid was doing. It was a fucking push mower.
Now, see, that's where Trump's a dick, because you know they got zero turns up in that sumbitch somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, unless a Secret Service agent pisses him off. You go mow the yard right now.
Here's you a pair of scissors. Go do it.
A pair of scissors and a fucking ruler, you son of a bitch. Get out there. 3.5 inches. I'm measuring.
3.5 shit. My grass better be fucking an inch.
Well, maybe he's giving him, like, margin for error. Because if you miss the 3.5 inch mark, then you got to go down to 2.
But, yeah, you know, a kid wrote the president a letter asking to mow the grass at the White House. Yeah, let him do it. I'll pay him.
Yeah, I bet there were still snipers on the roof.
Oh, I'm sure there were. Honest to God, when I saw what movie was it? It was White House Down. I saw that movie, and
hey, was that the good one?
That was the one with Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum.
Yeah, it wasn't the good one. Never mind.
Didn't watch. Well, both of them. Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down. Both of them reference snipers on the rooftop at the White House. I thought that was just a Hollywood thing. And then I'm standing out in front of the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue. I see sniper teams changing out on the rooftop up there.
Now, see, we've had this discussion. If you see a sniper team, are they doing their job? I mean, really.
I mean,
you got a low crawl out of there, man.
Yeah, but you've never been to D.C.
No, I'm not.
Let me tell you, D.C. in July is fucking hot. It was, the temperature that day was probably about mid to upper 80s, but humidity was at like 80%. And, you know, that's a freaking black tar roof up there. And they're wearing black suits.
Just gotta blend in.
That's hot as shit.
They stay hydrated.
It's still hot as shit.
I don't get, like, I can understand a little bit of dislike for Trump.
Right.
He says some shit that's pretty messed up sometimes.
Absolutely.
But every human does.
And, you know, he's been accused of lying.
Boy, you find me a politician that ain't lied.
Well, here's the thing about it. Especially when you're dealing with intelligence at the federal level, the type of intel that they're dealing with, intel changes constantly. The second a report comes in saying this, a new report is already being written up that has, like, completely changed what has been said already. But President Trump has already come out and made a statement on national news. This is what is happening. Shit, we have a new report. Now, the media said, oh, you lied. You said this. Well, no, technically I didn't lie. I told you what I knew at the time.
I mean, you know, even if he did lie, you're not going to find a politician that's never lied.
No.
I mean, it's not the only one I can think of is like Trey Gowdy, but that's because he just has fought way too much fun with the truth.
Oh, absolutely.
God, he loves ripping into people.
He would have been my pick for Attorney General.
Yes. Boy, would he have been an asshole.
Yeah. If you're listening and you can get a message to Trey Gowdy, please tell him, do not retire. Do not. Please put in a freaking packet to request freaking being appointed Attorney General. I want to see it happen.
I just, man, like, that's my guy right there. Like, he is ruthless. He said he took people to the woodshed. But still, I'm sure even he's told a lie.
I'm sure he has.
I mean, everybody lies. Now, granted, when I tell a lie, it's not on national television.
Right.
But I do it. Much to the chagrin of all my ex-girlfriends. But still, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. It just... He hasn't really, in my eyes, and I'm not saying this because I voted for him, he hasn't really done anything wrong in my eyes. Really wrong. Yeah, he has lied. He's lied to the American people. While it's wrong, that's just, that's a drop in the bucket to, getting an ambassador and 4 American service members killed over a damn video.
That's another.
That's another topic.
That's another topic.
That one's gonna get my blood boiling.
Yeah, we'll have to stay away from that one. He might get all angry. I don't want to break the other beard over here. His hamster will fall off the wheel.
Oh man, yeah, it just. I mean. I'm sitting here looking at our board right now, and I'm seeing #CongressLadyElect, and I'm just thinking about everything, and I'm really looking forward to what she's gonna give us next.
You guys are probably gonna get tired of hearing what I heard, but we can't help it. Like, you gotta go where the story is.
You really do, and here's the biggest story out of all of it. Somebody voted for her.
Not somebody.
Several somebodies.
Like, there was a majority of people in New York that thought, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
So let that sink in. You know what? I'm going to pull up the numbers. Just for sure. I want to see what the damn numbers were.
We can find them. Maybe we can find them. But yeah, you gotta think about that. There was a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of people in New York. I don't know how many were voting for her, but enough people to get her elected thought that she made sense.
Right. Okay.
And I've not heard her say anything that made sense, even before she was elected. Even before she won the primary. I didn't hear her say anything that made sense. You find it?
Here we go. 15,000. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the Democratic primary. Let's see. Yeah, that was the Democratic primary. I apologize for that. But even still, in the Democratic primary.
15,000?
15,000. Almost 16,000 people.
Thought she made
Let's just say that those are the same. You know what? Okay, so she won the Democratic primary. 15,897 to 11,761. Now, let's just say, for shits and giggles, for the sake of argument, that 5,000 of her primary opponents' voters opted to vote for the Republican Party because they did not want to vote for Ocasio-Cortez for whatever reason. Just for shits and giggles, okay? So that means you take 6,000 people, you add it to the 15,000 that voted for her in the primary. That is over 20,000 people
that thought she made sense. Like, I used to give Alabama politicians hell because I'd look at these, I'm like, who votes for these people? But at least they don't say stuff that's just like blatantly stupid.
Yeah, at least, our people in government and Congress and everything, at least they know what the 3 branches of government are.
Well, we think they do.
I'm pretty sure. I'll say 99%.
I'm gonna send out a survey. See how many responses I get. I bet they've studied that shit now, just in case they get the question on national television. You know, branches of government. Let me ask my aide.
Oh my God, they need to give a test. What are the three branches of government?
That's question one. If you can't answer that one,
you're done. Turn around and go away.
That's like right up there with like, did you write your name? Shit, I forgot to put my name on the test. Like, it's right up there with that.
You know, question two. What is the Bill of Rights?
Question 3. What can you not do to the Bill of Rights?
Oh my God!
We're making a test, people. We're going to send it out. Don't worry. We'll have it in.
Yeah,
we'll have it in before the next, elections.
Yeah, go on our Facebook page. That's it. This, on top of our caption the photo contest, we are going to make a basic civics quiz, a basic government quiz. We're going to test everybody's knowledge of the federal government.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Now, you'll have to go on, like and follow our page in order to find the test and take it and everything. But yeah, we want to see how many people out there are smarter than hashtag Congress Lady Elect.
And I swear to God, if you people fail this test, I'm just going to lose my faith in humanity.
If any of you people fail this test, I will be mailing out an ID-10 Tango form to all of your superiors with your name on it.
ID-10 Tango. That's just mean.
For those of you who are listening that are not in the military,
figure it out.
Please do. Just write it out on paper and then look at it and then get back to me.
Oh my God. Can't believe people fall for that.
They do.
ID-10.
The best one that I ever had was sending a kid to go get batteries for the tracer rounds.
I had a girl I worked with when I worked in fast food. Literally sent her to get spatula wax.
No.
Oh yeah, I'd take the spatula and I'd slap it down on the grill and make it stick.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you see how sticky? I was like, it just don't. I was like, will you go get some spatula wax? She's like, will you make me a burger? I'm like, after you get me some spatula wax. She goes around the corner to our general manager and was like, that needs spatula wax. And then he hands her a can. And she comes back and she's like, this? I'm like, that's fucking peaches. Why would you think that's a thing?
Oh, yeah, I've done the ID-10 Tango form. I sent a kid down to our Motor T ramp to get keys to the Humvee and 10 feet of landing strip.
I did a Friday curler. Yeah, we had at one of the restaurants I worked. We had curly fries, and I was the manager on duty. And I put in the order, and I was like, "Special instructions, see me."
Yeah. And
the cook comes to me, he's like, "What's the special instructions on those fries?" And I'm like, "Oh, they want straight cut fries." He's like, "We don't have straight cut fries." I'm like, "Yes, we do. You gotta go out to the shed. Gotta get the Friday curler." And this grown man, went to our shed and looked for a Friday curler for an hour and a half.
Now, I sent a kid one time to go find a left-handed coffee cup.
I've got somebody with a left-handed screwdriver.
I sent a kid one time to go find a left-handed coffee cup. And it said on the coffee cup, left hand use only.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him. Man, he probably, I was in the Marines.
Yeah.
You probably had a dig for an NCO. I was like, I got one just in case of this. I got somebody with a left-handed broom. That was beautiful because it got me out of sweeping. My manager was like, hey, before you leave, you need to sweep the floor. I was like, okay. So I was back there messing with the broom, and I was like, kind of like forcing it, like it wouldn't move. This dude comes in, like, what's the issue? I was like, dude, like, they asked me to sweep, and this is a left-handed broom, and I'm right-handed. And he's like, man, I'll get it for you. I was like, you fucking idiot. Yeah. On my way out, my boss was like, what did you do? I was like, I'll tell you on Monday. And out the door I went.
Oh, God. I can hear a lot of staff NCOs out there right now going, shut the fuck up! You're giving away all the secrets! Stop it!
I don't think any of y'all are using Friday curlers, so...
No, but keys of the Humvee and, blinker fluid.
They might use left-handed brooms.
They probably do. One of the best ones I saw was drill instructor came up and asked who has their driver's license. A couple of guys volunteered and raised their hand. He said, good, get out here and drive these hand trucks.
I got somebody on the fry stretcher, too.
Fry stretcher, yeah. I've heard that one.
I used to go in the kitchen and I'd break out the tape measure and measure the fries. And be like, these fries aren't long enough. I would literally throw the fries away. With my food cost, I can give shit. I'd be like, they gotta be at least 3.5 inches. And I would like cook more fries. I'm like, they're still not long enough. Go get the fry stretcher. Like,
and you see, I was in an LAV battalion, one of the LAR battalions. So we would send guys sometimes to get the BFA, the blank firing after LAV 25. Oh, man, those were good times.
You guys were dicks. Straight up dicks. I remember being at that DEP meeting with you when you were still a DEPer.
And the recruiter telling us nobody could leave until somebody brought him a Bravo Alpha 1100 November on a ST ring.
Yes. And like, I'm sitting there like, trying not to die laughing because I know phonetics. And I knew exactly what it was. Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, for those of you who are listening that have never heard that, I'm going to give this one away. A Bravo Alpha 1100 November on a ST ring is a balloon on a string.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he wanted. And nobody could leave till he got it.
Oh man, yeah, those were good days.
Technically, we're still sitting there.
Yeah,
because he never got it.
He didn't. I'm not going to say what happened to that recruiter because it would just be, in poor taste. But
yeah, let's don't bring up the bad stuff. Only the good stuff.
No, I enjoyed him. He was an awesome recruiter.
He was one of two that went to my house.
Yeah, I
had 2 recruiters in my house.
Right,
from the Marines.
Yeah, and you never joined.
Nah. That whole standing naked with other men, I just didn't appeal to me. You get to shoot guns, yeah, but there's naked men. But that's like one time a day, but it still occurs. I don't want it. It's just a whole lot of naked that I don't want to have to deal with for the rest of my life.
Oh, man.
But you guys did have a lot of fun.
Oh, we did, absolutely.
Just, maybe not in boot camp. I hear quarter decks are a motherfucker.
Oh God, don't get me started on quarter decks. Jesus Christ. And sugar cookies.
Do I want to know?
Okay.
Don't ruin my tasty treats.
It was a sugar cookie at Parris Island. So the Marine Corps has a way of taking fun things from your childhood and just completely ruining it.
I feel like that's what you're about to do to me, yes.
So I'm sure you played in the sandbox as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. Go out in the sandbox at daycare or whatever, build sand castles or dig in the sand, do whatever. Well, at Parris Island, every series, every training company has their own sand pit. Some more than one. And my drill instructor in particular called it making sugar cookies. It's the same thing as getting quarter-decked, except you're in a sand pit.
Yeah.
Now you're getting all hot and sweaty. You're having to do mountain climbers and crunches and all this other crap. And you're rolling around in the sand, all hot and sweaty. And then when you get done, covered in sand from head to toe. And you got to stay that way for the rest of the day.
And that's when you pray for freak monsoons.
Yeah, which they happened, just...
Never when you needed them.
No, never when we needed them.
It's a cold day, we're outside running. Monsoon!
Yeah.
It's 80 degrees, I'm covered in sand.
This is how it really goes. I shit you not. We could be getting ready to go do land nav, going out to the field for the day. Check the weather. It's going to be a beautiful day. 75 degrees, low humidity, clear skies, beautiful day. The second we get off the bus out in the field, start doing our land nav or whatever, pop up thunderstorm.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
It always happened. And don't be the one to eat the charms from the MREs.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. There's nothing lucky about those things.
What was that MRE we were talking about earlier?
Oh,
Beans and a motherfucker?
Yeah, beans and a motherfucker. What they call the 5 fingers of death?
Yeah, 5 fingers of death.
Yeah,
that's for you old school people out there.
Yeah, they didn't have those while I was in. They had improved the MREs a little bit. Like I always said, the cheese tortellini was always my favorite.
I tried that one.
Yes, you did.
It wasn't bad. Still not a huge fan of MREs.
Well, the key is you have to heat them up. I'm sure you've seen the videos. The guy who's always eating these weird ass foods like peanut butter and Cheetos on a sandwich or whatever. He was eating MREs.
Yeah.
Never heated up a damn one of them.
Idiot.
Got the heaters with them. Never used it.
That's just dumb.
And always remember to bring a rock or something.
Yeah, got to prop that up.
Yeah.
Very important.
Oh, man. This has been a great show. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to start wrapping it up. So, again, don't forget to go on Facebook, follow us, like us, interact with us, especially, we're going to be having some fun events going on and everything.
Be prepared to take a test. You will be tested.
And graded. Big shout out again to all the troops. Y'all guys are doing a great job. Good work. Come home safe. We're going to leave it at that. This has been Two Beards Talking. I'm Daniel Sanders.
I'm Matt Lassiter.
Thanks for listening, guys.